everyone, I'm DIY Deborah and welcome to my channel where we'll be covering food, recipes, lifestyle, and DIY, specializing in gluten and dairy free. If this is something that you enjoy, please come along with me. Hey friends, I thought I'd bring you along with me today as I'm going to be working on some projects that I'm going to be selling at some local fall and Christmas markets as a vendor. I signed up to sell my wares, so I'm reaching into my stash and seeing if there's other fabulous creations we can take along with us. So I'm starting off with this old cutting board that I got at the Mission for $2. I thought by sanding it down, putting on a nice saying, and oiling it up that it would be a beautiful cutting board for someone to use in their home. So I'm first going to start by sanding out all of the scratches. So I sanded out all of the scratches on each side of this cutting board. It took me approximately 20 minutes as these scratches were pretty deep into the cutting board. And voila! Look at how beautiful a nice sanding job can turn a project into. If you enjoy this type of content, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and while you're at it, hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload new videos. It really helps support my channel. Now, on to the cutting board. I'm going to start out with this reverse graphic transfer. Now you can check out my Etsy shop, DIY Deborah. I have uploaded and worked hard on a ton of digital instant download graphics. They come with a PNG, a mirrored PNG, and a JPEG for you to enjoy. So be sure to check out my new Etsy shop, DIY Deborah. So we took this gather sign, and I'm going to be using some carbon paper and transferring the design onto the cutting board. I'm then going to take a Scorch marker and burn it into the cutting board. Now this is the first time that I've ever used the Scorch marker, so let's see how this turns out. So I will be sure to link this carbon paper and the Scorch marker and anything else I use in this video in the description box below so that you can try and do this yourself. So after I've taken my mirrored graphic and put it over or some carbon paper with the carbon side down and taped it to my cutting board, as you can see here, I'm then tracing out the gather sign onto the cutting board. So once I've finished putting the stencil onto the cutting board, I'm then going to lift it off so that you can see how this method turns out. So we're going to be tearing off our painter's tape and our paper and our carbon paper and exposing the design underneath. What shall we see? Will it be nice? Voila! There we have it. Our reverse graphic transfer using carbon paper, and I think it turned out pretty nice. So let's see, once we use our Scorch marker and our heat gun, whether or not it still will look as lovely. Now I've never used Scorch markers before, so it did take me a little bit of pressing down onto the tip of the Scorch marker before the liquid came out of it and soaked into the letters and the graphics that are on this cutting board. So once I did that and then used my heat gun and went over it with the heat, I didn't really find a significant difference as it looking like it's burned and etched into the cutting board. I feel it looks the same as if I had just did the stencil with the graphic or with the carbon paper. But I did go over it with some sand, with my sandpaper, and ensured that it was well saturated or burned into the cutting board. Let me know if you've ever tried the Scorch marker and what success or failure that you have had in it. Leave it in the comment section down below. I feel like since the carbon paper is kind of traced underneath it, it's already looking dark, so you can't really tell the difference between the carbon and the Scorch marker. But it definitely is burned into the cutting board, so I'm happy with it, I guess, for my first shot at it. Once I've finished with the heat gun, I then take some coconut oil. You could use coconut oil, avocado oil, any natural oil. I decided to leave this cutting board au naturel and not like stain it or paint it or anything like that. I think that the gather sign that has been transferred onto it shows up really nicely when the cutting board is saturated with like a natural oil. So that's what I do. And then this project is complete. So let me know what you think. Let me know if anybody has ever used the Scorch marker with the heat gun. I've seen many crafters use it and successfully. So I'm definitely interested in any of y'all's feedback. So yeah, that's it. Hopefully we'll bring you along with some more projects. Like I said, check out my Etsy shop for any instant digital downloads that you may be looking for fall. I've got some fabulous ones up there for inspiration, motivation, love, mother, grandmother, fall, Halloween. I'll be adding some for Christmas and all kinds of stuff. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I love you all. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you all again soon. Thanks, friends.